Right lads, and it's a historic week for Irish football as two sides, Shelbourne and Shamrock Rovers, begin their European League campaigns in the Conference League. Today we'll focus on Shels' 6 opponents as we take a small look into the background and a few facts about each side. Be advised, this is not a tactical breakdown or player analysis of these sides. I'm nowhere near qualified enough to do that. So yeah, here we go. First up is a game in Tala Stadium against Swedish side FC Hacken. Situated in Hisingen, a northern suburb of Sweden's second largest city, Gothenburg, Hacken are a member-owned club. They were founded back in 1940 and compete in the Allsvenskan, the top tier of Swedish football. Playing in black and yellow, the club shares rivalries with the other Gothenburg clubs, primarily IFK Göteborg. When it comes to success, pretty much all of Hacken's success has come in the past decade, with the club winning their only league title in 2022 and their fourth Svenska Cupen coming this year. On the continent, the club has reached the group stages of the Europa League once back in 2023 and have played one Irish side in their history, losing 2-1 on aggregate to Cork City in the Europa League second qualifying round back in 2016. Next up, an away game in North Macedonia against KF Shkendija. Yeah, be advised, I'm going to mess a lot of these up. The club is based in the city of Tetovo, although the game is being played in the Todor Pereski Arena in the country's capital of Skopje, due to the demolition of the club's old ground. Founded in 1979, the club shares the colours of Shels' Northside rivals Bows, with their own main rivals being FK Tetek, a rivalry, like many in the Balkans, that carries extra ethnic connotations. Domestically, the club are 2-time Macedonian Cup winners and 5-time Macedonian champions, most recently this year, and like Shels, this is their first forte into group/league phase action in Europe. Back at home for matchday 3, with Shels facing Drita of Kosovo. Based in the city of Gislan, the club plays in blue and was founded in 1947, playing in the Yugoslav League up until 1990. Yeah, I'm not going to delve into the absolute powder keg that is the Balkans much more than that. Their main rivalry is against city rivals Gislani, a club that split from Drita in 1995. Domestically, they've won Kosovar Cup, 4 league titles, most recently this year, and this is their first forte into group/league phase action. Shels' second away trip takes them to the Netherlands, and against a much more well-known side in comparison to the 3 listed before, AZ Alkmaar, with the game being played in their home, the UEFA Stadion. Formed in 1967 after the merger of Alkmaar 54 and FC Zaanstreek, the club plays in the Eredivisie, the Dutch top tier, in red and white. The club are 2-time Dutch champions and 4-time KNVB Cup winners, most recently in 2013. European regulars, they have once faced an Irish side, playing Dundalk in the group stages of the Europa League in 2016, winning 1-0 away in Tala Stadium, but held to a draw at home by the Lily-Whites. Also, I did say I wasn't going to be touching on players, but it is worth noting that Irish international Troy Parrott does play for them. The most well-known side on this list, of course, Shels' 5th game, is a home meeting with Premier League side Crystal Palace. Based in Selhurst, London, and founded all the way back in 1905, the club derives its name from the Crystal Palace exhibition building that once stood in Hyde Park. Yeah, no shortage of history with these lads, a Premier League mainstay since 2013, rivalries with fellow London sides Millwall and Charlton, alongside, oddly enough, Brighton, although I'd say there's been about a billion videos made on that supposed unknown rivalry. When it comes to both trophies and European history, however, Palace have by far the least of any of the clubs on this list. Their only major trophy came famously this year, of course, with the FA Cup, and their only other appearance in Europe bar this year was a 1998 meeting in the Intertoto Cup with Turkish side Samanspor, which they lost 4-0 on aggregate. They're still by far the best side here. And finally, Shels will travel to Slovenia to face NK Celje, being played in the Stadion. That name? Yeah, I'm not even going to try to attempt that one. Celje were founded in 1919. The club has never been relegated since the formation of the Slovenian Prva Liga. It's also worth noting and a bit interesting, half the club Shels are playing would have existed in what was formerly Yugoslavia. 3 league titles and 3 Slovenian cups to their name. Most recently this year, yeah Jesus, all these teams have had great years. And they have the most experience against Irish sides in Europe, beating Dundalk in the first round of the Champions League in 2020, losing to Shamrock Rovers last year in the Europa League third round, and alongside Shels, they will also be facing Shamrock Rovers once again this year. Comment below your predictions for all of these games mentioned, and stay tuned for Shamrock Rovers opponents coming next.